Welcome back in our other video of the Ultimate JKD measure. So, first of all, why Ultimate JKD? I think it's the best name to give a representation of what it really is, because I always say in another video the history of the JKD. Bruce Lee never stopped after when he left the school to do his career actors, um, and he continued developing JKD until his death. And until his death, only a few members continued to follow him. Mostly the partner party of Bruce Lee that was Ted Wong. And my school is spread from Ted Wong itself. So what we know now about from Ted Wong is what really Bruce Lee wanted to JKD. Other schools they come to Daniel Santo, Andre, or other people, other apprentice, they become master of the old Jeet Kune Do. It was not the full developed. So for this reason, I think this is the most authentic name that you can do from this Jeet. However, today I don't wanna talk about history of Jeet Kune Do or something else. I I thought to share for you a training I wanted to make because I'm alone. I don't have anyone with me, like a sparring partner or something else. In the meantime, I find one. I developed one training for one of the biggest mistakes I made as a apprentice. So I made Taekwondo from many years, 8, 9 years, and the common mistake when I do sparring with other people was always the distance, because we can imagine now we have here our opponent, like a punching bag, boxing bag, and we can imagine as opponent that we can fight. Okay, the problem is that when we have a sparring fight, we also try to keep us safe. We can have fear or to be hit, or and we tend to stay far as possible. The problem to be far is that we can't use our technique. We can't land a hit. It's impossible, okay? Even with a step. So, and we feel ourselves safe from an attack, it's good. However, we can't use the technique because when we land the technique, this could be the lead punch, this could be the back fist, other could be cross, whatever. We can't happily if we don't use the right distance. For this reason, I had this idea. Why don't we use our punching bag? We make some tape, or I don't know, you can paint like you want from a distance from the punching bag. That distance is a reference that in front from here we can't reach our opponent. See, I can reach. I can barely scratch probably if I go there, but in a good position we can reach. However, we can reach with a step. So, okay, I do better. From here, I can reach. Now it's moving, okay? However, we can reach, but I can reach with a step. And I can come back. I developed this idea finding something very interesting. It's not the five way to attack or other thing. It's something new. It's to use intelligent and properly the develop of Jeet Kune Do from the paint, okay, like with a shirt, a sword. We can do there, okay, and with this ability, we have an advantage respect of the other martial arts that we can use more distance to be effective. What does mean? That means that we have an area that's here is limit, okay? I tape the limit of the area, you can see, around the back. That is called gray area. I call gray area, or grauen zone. Uh, that area is the peculiar area that we are safe from our opponent. Opponent think is safe because we can't reach him. However, we need a little step to reach him and to hit properly. So that means we have opponent, okay. Opponent is here and here and cool, and then opponent think is safe because I can reach him. I'm safe. Okay, it's not more safe. Okay, that's the point. I start to develop this exercise in a few steps. First step, of course, is what I show you. Bag is here, still, don't move, and we can be there. We can start moving, make some footwork, always making some this reference. We can also make a step forward and like to say I provoke him, or in or behind when we start. We can imagine that he attack or we come closer. However, the most important thing now is to move, be confident, maintain the structure, the right structure, relax, of course, relax, then hit. And then again, where I'm in the gray zone. Then that's the first step. You can even not hit, or you can only hit. The most important is to follow the tape or the paint, whatever you want to do. You can do some sign or you can do a circle. However, everyone can choose. However, when you do that, you can move and play to stay in the right distance. First. Second step, I want to imagine that my opponent here can move, and the punching bag of the box sack can move, okay? I can let him move. What happened when it moves? When it moves, happened that the gray zone moves, and these references are not even so perfect. What we have to do normally when it moves, its limit is from our reference. Normally for the punch bag. However, we can imagine that he moves too. Okay, then when he is on the right spot, now I come, I can stop him with a lip punch, with a cross of body. Why not a kick, a stop kick? The most important thing is always to do the technique correct. Probably I make some mistake now because I am explaining. However, making the correct techniques. Okay. And you can properly learn to take the space and use it and to stay in the gray area or gravel zone. That's the second step. Of course, we can, in the last step, the third step, integrate every kind of step. So we have the movement, we have the strike, and we have the movement of the back. Movement back could be not only linear, could also be slow. And we can play how we want. We can start slowly, of course. Okay. We can find every type. Okay. We can do some combination. We can try something different, we can play. Okay, the most important thing is always when you play, you are here. Okay, you are here. Always far, stop and show where are we. Okay, if my foot is too too close to our opponent, we have a problem. If our feet is too distant for the opponent, we have also a problem. So my suggestion is to make this exercise slowly from the beginning and step by step. Then, when you are more confident and when you see that you can handle the right distance, you can land a good strike, you can do whatever you want, then you can make it faster with speed or with strong strength, and now you can try out to play. Now, this is only an exercise. It's not a fight, a real fight. However, it's an exercise that I told from the common mistake that some apprentices make when they learn JKD and when they try to sparring with a partner. Because if we stay too far, we can't practice the technique. When we stay too close, we make some mistake because from here, for example, I have to go back. That's good. I can even do that. For example, another type of exercise. We can do that. I'm here, is too close. I have to go back. I can make a little strike coming back. And I'm safe zone. And do better. Okay, from here. Feel the punch come. Okay, I can do that even with the cross. I'm here, okay, and I'm a safe zone. Then he can come, then, but it's something. After the strike, I go in the right zone. There's another application that's very good because I can see, I have a feedback from my floor where I'm landing from. Okay. Another type. This is last suggestion I can do during this exercise is to take a timer. That you can count 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 7 seconds. However, do many repetition, probably 5 mostly, but with different timing. Not always, sorry, 10 seconds, not always 15 seconds. Because that's a suggestion from me, our brain registrates, okay, what time you used the first time, the second time, and start to understand where the time is done. For quitting this problem that can make you almost already know where you have to stop, make chaos. One time 7 seconds, another time 15 seconds, another time 11 seconds. No matter what, the most important is to change the timing you have to wait for exercise. So after this another video explanation, something easy, you can see, yeah, some techniques I don't make it so properly, however, it was very fun to explain that. I want to say thank you for someone that support me from this type of video or the other that I'm out of mind or or better. I am pro social education and not other. I want to integrate JKD in this channel because I think JKD is really brilliant. Really brilliant philosophy, really brilliant psychology, pedagogy, uh, not only martial arts, and help me so much to grow up, develop my skills, develop my mind, my conscience. And I think if we take JKD in this way, It's no matter anymore what kind of JKD you want to train. It's something really good for your lifestyle and everything. Not only JKD, of course. Every martial arts can offer you something, and that's the best way to always stay open and always try to improve yourself because it's the most important in your life. So, my friend, be water and always open your mind, open your head, go out of your mind, like in other videos say, to be always the better version of yourself.